the cocoa of the world is that if you are going to work in the UK without qualifying, you cannot advise on English law.
Bam.
Hi, Couscous. Nice to be here.
Come on, talk to the camera.
About how to get a job, I don't want to say something. It's God. It's God, the author and finisher of our faith.
Yes, God is the author and finisher of our faith, especially because you have to put all your trust in Him. Because if you don't put your trust in God, you're trusting in men. And men, they will disappoint you. Anyways,
Anyway.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited for this video. I'm actually very excited because of the atmosphere, because of this fish here. Anyways, you don't know who you have in front of this camera. If you're new here, my name is Couscous. I'm just going to go ahead and allow our guest to introduce himself. Today's video is about getting a job in the UK. So if you're looking forward to maybe coming to the UK for studies, or you're already in the UK for your education, and you know that you want to have work experience here in any industry, fine, we're lawyers, but I'm sure that whatever we share here today will apply across board. So welcome back to this channel. Sit tight and enjoy the video. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, do that. And I'll allow Dotun, our guest, to introduce himself. May we meet you?
Hello everyone, my name is Oladotun Bolagunte. I am a recent graduate of Queen Mary University of London. I currently work as an associate legal counsel at CELAX.
Hey, congratulations on your graduation and on your new job. I know that that's not the first job you have gotten. I met Dotun during my LLM program at Queen Mary University of London, and even before I met him, he was already working as a student. Dotun, I think you have the secret. So you're going to tell us how to get a job in the UK as a lawyer without being qualified, you know, as a solicitor in the UK, how you did it, and we're just going to go through everything. I'm just so excited. I'm excited because I feel like I have a lot to learn from this video from him. So I'm going to also take the tips from there. Welcome back, and let's get right into the video. Should we put out a disclaimer? It's not like Dotun is giving out jobs. He is just going to share his experience based on what he did that worked for him.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean if you do it, it will work for you, but you know, there's no harm in trying. So Dotun, I'm going to start by asking you, if you're okay with that, to just highlight all the job experiences you've had in the UK, the kind of jobs you've done. If you're okay, you can mention the companies, but if you're not, it's fine.
Okay.
So just take us through all your job experiences.
Okay, thank you very much. So I arrived in the UK in September. Upon arriving, I took up this agency jobs.
Okay.
With there's this recruitment agency called App Recruitment.
And
there, I think I arrived just before the Tier 5 lockdown. So there was still movement in and out of UK at the time. So I worked at John Lewis for a bit. Did I really need to know, but to do that? No, but I needed to start building up like my CV, particularly in the UK, because I realized that even in top corporate organizations, they want to see you're doing something while schooling, which is very strange. It doesn't matter what you're doing, but they want to see you're doing something.
So that's very important. I didn't know.
Yeah, so they want to see that. So I started there. I worked with John Lewis. I worked with Arc Recruitment as a whole for about maybe 1 month thereabout, and then I just left because now Tier 5 lockdown almost kicked in.
Okay.
Then I started looking for law firms around Stratford area because at the time I stayed at Stratford. I still stay at Stratford.
You know, when I met Dotun, he said I'm working in a law firm. At that point, I didn't even find my footing in London yet. I'm like, guy, how far? You're already working in a law firm. Okay, I'm going to stop interrupting you, but these are very interesting things.
So how did I start working inside law firm? I was just walking around and taking names of law firms in Stratford, like the high street, and then I was sending them like cold emails. Sent maybe like 100 emails, got no response, not one.
Wow.
So what did I do? On LinkedIn, I started looking for like paralegal roles, just something to keep me busy. And then I came across one volunteer paralegal role for a high street law firm. Unfortunately, now I can't. I remember the name, but I would rather not say
it. It's okay.
I would rather not say
for privacy reasons.
Yeah, for privacy reasons. So I worked with that law firm as a volunteer paralegal.
How did you apply? How did you get the volunteer role?
Okay, so I saw it on LinkedIn. So there's a lot of my career progress since I left Nigeria has been primarily through LinkedIn. Strangely enough, LinkedIn is like my primary social media. Maybe besides.
Before you progress, let me just make this statement. If you're watching this video right now and you don't have an active, I don't want to say you don't have a LinkedIn account, because that's like That's not even possible. If you're watching me, you don't have an active LinkedIn account, a professional LinkedIn account. You are wrong. Oh, wrong now.
Yeah.
You get the point.
Thing.
Okay, continue.
So I saw this volunteer paralegal role. I just threw in my. In fact, I threw in so many applications that I even did not know
which one is which
again. Everything was just looking the same thing. Then one day I received a call from, "Hello, is this Ola?" I said, "Yes." So it's Ola. My helper has come. They said, "Oh, that they saw my CV. That am I available for an interview tomorrow?" I said, "Yeah." Then the person called me back. "Am I available for an interview this evening?" I said, "Yes." The person called me back again. "Am I available for an interview at 2:00?" I said, "Yes."
Okay.
Then I went all the way. Fortunately, it was at Ilford.
Oh.
So did the interview. The man told me to resume the next day, I think, and I was working 20 hours unpaid, and I did that
20 hours a week, unpaid.
Yeah, unpaid.
Huh.
Unpaid.
Okay.
So I was doing it unpaid, but I had a goal. My goal was simply to get the name of a law firm in UK on my CV.
Exactly.
So I knew that I was not going to be for long. So I did that for 1 month. After I did it for 1 month, I bounced. Fortunately, at the same time, that was when the Tier 5 lockdown came in.
Okay.
So nobody could even go anywhere anymore.
Okay.
So I mean, it only followed that. Then exams came in and all that. So I just saw December and a bit of January out.
How did you balance the 20 hours work in a law firm with your LLM?
Like every other normal human being.
No, you are not normal.
I just make sure that if I'm going to class, if I'm going to work,
Mm-hmm.
I spread my work 5 days, 4 hours a week.
Okay.
But rather than doing that, I think I spread it across 2 days or so. So I just go to work 2 days a week. My Fridays LLM was totally free. I didn't have any classes on Friday, so of course Friday was a no-brainer. Then I think Thursdays also, or Wednesday, one of those days, I used to go. But then I made sure that I always listened to my recordings in class, particularly because even if I'm not writing notes, let me at least
listen to
and watch the videos over again. So that was primarily what I did till like January. Then in January, I learned about the jobs board, the school jobs board. That's QTemps.
Okay.
I came across QTemps. How I came across it, I don't even know. I'm just usually on Instagram anyway looking for.
You were just desperate for jobs. You needed it.
So I came across QTemps, and QTemps is the Queen portal for student jobs, student temporary jobs.
Yeah.
So coming across QTemps, I saw that they were like an agency to like act recruitment. So Queen Mary will act as an agent on your behalf as student. Then third party employers will reach out to them and all that. So I filled in my profile like every normal student, put in my details, and then the first job I got was with a legal tech firm called From Counsel.
Okay.
So it was a business development role. Where it was myself and some other person, another lady. Were basically researchers. So
you had an interview for the role.
Yeah, I did. I have an interview for the role.
And
so basically, what I do is when I see a role, I look at the job description and I try to use my CV to answer the questions in the job description that is asking, basically to show what I call transferable skills.
Yeah, that you're qualified for.
Yeah, basically. So researcher, I researched in Bauer and Godalo.
In a law firm. Previous job. You're a student.
I'm a student, startup. I've dealt with things like this. Just normal transferable skills. Attention to detail and things like that. So I did that for about 2 months. Actually.
It was a remote experience.
It was a remote job, 20 hours a week. Cool cash. I was just happy.
You want to tell us how much that was?
It was, I think it was £12 an hour.
And you did, that's 20 pounds. 20 hours a week. So,
that's £240.
You are rich. You pay me.
I was not enjoying myself. I did that for what? For 8 weeks. For 2 months. And then, of course, like every other normal contract role, we finished the project. Yeah, it had the timeline. They were like, "Oh, we'll get back to you. We're going to have another project." I'm like, "Okay, cool, but I can't wait for you." But so I went back to QTemps, and fortunately, again, I saw a very similar role, very very similar. So this was with an orthopedic surgeon actually, who was looking to develop his expert witness services. That he provided to law firms. So basically, it's just about seeing how the whole picture fits in. So basically, someone has had accident, they come to a law firm and say, my back has broken, I'm suing for personal injury.
Oh, okay.
They will refer him to an expert doctor.
Okay.
So that was now
for technical advice.
Yeah, for basically medical consultation to check you
to
see. And then he used to write reports.
Oh, like an expert report.
Exactly. So expert witness, expert report.
Okay.
So at the back end, what was I doing? I was developing a list of law firms, personal injury law firms that he could market his services to. Yeah, but market in that sense his services to, and basically that was basically it. So, and that was about the same. You
went through interview as well.
Yeah.
You will tell us this interview tips.
See, Coco is once you enter an interview, you are like 3/4 of the way in.
Meanwhile, I also got a job. I think my very first job in UK was on Q Terms as well, but I was working for Queen Mary, so it was different.
It's a bit different when you're working for Queen. That's with Michelle and Dress.
Yeah. But it was still through Q Terms.
Q Terms. Yeah. So I did that. That one carried me for a bit though. I can't lie. That one carried. I don't know.
How much was that one? Still
it was £13 now, I think.
We're now on a higher level.
But that guy carried me for a bit. I can't lie, and I did good work for him.
For him.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that lasted all the way till like end of August.
You were just gathering a lot of experience. That's like your third job in UK.
Yeah. So
within how many months? That's a lot. That's really good. That's really good.
So that carried me till August. Now, while I was doing these jobs, I knew that I needed to get something permanent.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't be doing researcher forever. Coming from where I came from. So what did I do? At the same time, I was having training contract conversations with Magic Circle law firms. I was applying for in-house roles. The current role I am in, I had applied for it since. I'd applied for a role within the current organization I am in since May. Since April, actually.
April 2021.
April 2021. Okay. So that one, I did the first interview, passed it. Did the general counsel interview, passed it. Then he was like, he was going to forward me. Now the GC was like, he was going to forward me for the founders interview. However, he got busy.
I forgot.
So, and then the team.
May our help us not forget this.
Amen. So he got busy and basically forgot.
Yeah.
He forgot for a bit. For the longest time, I sent him maybe 13 emails every month. Happy New Month, bro. We were here. You understand? And the crazy thing about me is that once I can see the value add, once I can see where my contribution comes in, and I am confident in my experience, I can really be adamant that this thing makes sense. It's that you cannot see it. Yeah, and I'm sure you too, you saw it because you gave me feedback about my interview. I always ask for feedback. So long and short, that passed. Around August, I saw that they were recruiting again. Now the team had gotten bigger, the structure was in place. It was a startup at the time. Now it was 1 year old. So I saw that the team had gotten bigger. So and they were recruiting for associate legal counsel.
On their website or on LinkedIn? So you were stalking them basically on LinkedIn.
Once I start an organization, I follow you through the lifespan of my team.
You have to be dedicated.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So once I start conversation with an organization, I make sure I keep in touch.
Okay.
Every even law firms that I had conversations with, I was also on the Linklaters Get Ahead scheme.
Okay.
In August.
Okay.
That lasted August and beginning of September, so I still keep in touch with them.
Okay.
And then so I had this conversation again in August now with the current organization I work with. In August I saw they were recruiting. Say, come, these people are recruiting. And then the person who was, so the first role I applied for, I'll just be very honest, first role I applied for was the paralegal role.
Okay.
The person who was paralegal then had been promoted twice to first junior legal counsel and then associate legal counsel.
Okay.
So when I saw the role for an associate legal counsel, I knew I was well qualified
for it
because if this person was
promoted to that position, but you're not qualified in the UK.
Yeah, but it is an international company. It's actually a German company.
Okay.
That has a London branch.
Okay.
So I don't. The cocoa of the error is that if you are going to work in the UK without qualifying, you cannot advise on English law.
Bam.
But I don't advise on English law. Mine is like I have a specialty.
And actually, most times it's international law mostly because.
Yeah. So except you want to really advise on English law
Then,
within the structure of a law firm,
yeah,
that's when you need to like take the conventional.
that's when you're limited.
Yeah. If you are working in an investment bank, you don't need to. Some people require it, but fortunately, my organization don't. So I did interviews. I had about 5 interviews in August, like through the lifespan of with this organization, day after day, back to back. So 5 different people.
You're going to, like I said, you give us this interview tips.
After that, so I started. Then I got my confirmation offer. I didn't even negotiate my offer. Just said, and then the sponsor, because my primary thing was first get your sponsorship, so that's out of the way.
So about the sponsorship, the UK has introduced the graduate route, which is 2 years after you study in the UK. If you're doing undergraduate or postgraduate master's degree, if you're doing a PhD, is 3 years after studies. This means after your program, you have either 2 years or 3 years to get a job that the employer can sponsor your 5-year visa in the UK. So there are some jobs or there are some employers that can sponsor visas, but there are others that cannot. So if you get a job that the employer cannot sponsor the work permit, the work visa, then it's just a waste of time, because after 2 years you have to leave the UK. So now the essence is, if you want to stay back in the UK after the 2 years, you have to find an employer who is recognized by the UK government to sponsor work visa. I know there's a platform that you can search for employers who can sponsor visa. We'll probably get there, but if we can't, I will look for the link and put it in the description box to this video. So stay tuned. We have so much juice for you. I'm enjoying this. Okay, now let's go. Let's go.
So so basically I started.
You did 5 interviews consecutively.
Back to back, day after day.
Okay.
Yeah.
You have seen, I'm so proud of you. I am overwhelmed, I'm marveled. All the things you did while schooling, and it did not affect your studies, because I know you came out great. You came out. See, he has hot break. Can't you see the smoke coming out? Hey! Okay, so we're going to now move on. You're going to talk to us about the interview, how to present yourself at the interview. Okay, so at the end of the day, he got most of his job experience, got most of the job opportunities via LinkedIn. So get a LinkedIn working, monitor the job page on LinkedIn. Now you're going to tell us how to identify these employers that can sponsor visa. Go ahead.
Okay, so basically, if you see a job opportunity, all Magic Circle law firms, most international law firms, most corporate law firms sponsor in the UK.
Okay.
Because they always have international people coming to work. Then, additionally, if you're not sure if a company sponsors, you can simply type UK government authorized sponsors list on Google. It will bring out the list. There's a list of sponsors, there are about 1,000 and something or 2,000 and something people, and just type in the name of the organization. If it comes out, they sponsor.
If it doesn't, they don't sponsor.
So even if they sponsor, there are roles they sponsor for. They don't sponsor all roles.
For all roles.
Yeah, so
interesting.
Yeah. So there are certain salary
range, right?
That sponsorship starts from. But at the bottom of it, still just try. You understand?
Yeah.
Once you see the sponsor, still apply. It's for them to now say, this is not a sponsored role. They say, okay.
Because how would you know that this role is sponsored and which is not?
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you so much, Dotun. We're going to bring the part 2 for this video, because I don't want this video to be too long. This particular one, there's a lot to talk about. Dotun is going to talk to us about his interview experiences and the kind of jobs you should apply for, basically, because it's like he has said, it's not all the jobs that are sponsored, and it's not all the roles, it's not all the employers that can sponsor your visa. Dotun, you're going to tell us in the next episode your interview experiences, possible interview questions, how you should prepare for those interviews, and how you were able to scale through. I can't even believe you did all these things. But congratulations to you, and thank you so much. Hey guys, make sure you appreciate Dotun in the comment section, because he's working, he's a busy person, and I had to take some of his time to make this video just for you guys. So stay tuned, don't go away, subscribe if you're yet to do that, tell them to subscribe. Okay guys, we'll come back in the next one. Stay tuned. Bye bye.
I'm a very private person.
So
when I come out,
but you're quite private, you know. You are. I'm proud. You're quite private. So thank you so much.
Quiet
for
on set.
doing
Quiet
this.
on set.
2,
Quiet on set.
3,
In 3,
go.
2, 1.
Action! Talking too much? Am I talking too much? Meanwhile, your voice was low.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't worry, don't be forming too much. Anybody that still wants to make a shot will still make a shot.
No, don't
Be
forget
cool.
to drop my number.
You will regret it.
No,
If I
don't.
ever- Okay.
So